Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all for rocking with us as we progress throughout the night. We got a lot to get to. We had a lot of shows. So before we got to this point, we have a whole lot more. Special shout out to our sister Takara. She's still with us here. And there was one thing that we wanted to make sure that we talked about with regards to the Richmond or RVA, I should say, Peace Festival that we talked about in a break, and we didn't get it in. I want to make sure that we get that in before we move any further in the show. Sister, what did we talk about during the break that we did not talk about during that last segment?
The collaboration between Healing Water RVA.
Hold on, let me get that mic straight. Flip that switch. There we go.
The collaboration between.
Hold on. Technical difficulty. There we go.
The collaboration between Healing Water RVA and the Peace Festival. So they're doing a special project where they're bringing awareness to the pollution in the James River. So let me tell you about the project. And I thought it was a little bit weird. We are collecting, at first, now I'm a part of it. So we're collecting water in glass jars, and we're writing nice words on them, positive words. We're getting our family, friends to give blessings, say positive words, think positive thoughts, prayers, however you want to call it, over the jar. We're going to bring these jars to the Peace Festival, and there we're going to recognize the jars there as well. We will meet at the James River on a later date. We're going to pour this water that has been touched by so many great people who have said so many wonderful things over the water into the James River. So this idea is to bring awareness to the pollution in water and ultimately put good thoughts into the water, because the James River is polluted. Yeah. And we all know what happened or what is happening. It's current. They're still suffering. And today is in Flint, Michigan. Yep. Their water systems are terrible. In Louisiana and many parts of the nation, of the world, and all water systems connect. Right. So the idea is to bring awareness and really cherish those that have clean water, be thankful for that. And I know that I am. And at first when I heard about the project, I was like, I don't know about that, because I didn't understand the symbolism behind it. Right. And the symbolism is to think the positive things of water, to really cure our water systems. And I did change my mind because of a researcher, Dr. Masaru Emoto. He did research, and his research states that positive thoughts, human consciousness can change polluted water to clean water, and that's what his research says. And if anything, he is bringing awareness to a much larger issue, and it's something that everyone should be a part of. Water unifies us all. All of us need water to survive, and it's something that I'm passionate about now, and everyone should be involved. So get your mason jar, fill it with water, write some nice words on it. I caught my water from the James River. Right. So I encourage you all to take part, tell your friends, family about it, and bring it to the Peace Festival on September 10th at the St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, 6,000 Grove. Everyone's invited.
Everyone
and thank you,
invited.
Marcus.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I'm glad that we made sure that we got that in, because that's an essential piece of the RVA Peace Festival. And folks who are going to be a part of it need to be a part of that piece of it as well. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio, Facebook Live. We are back. You can look and you can see. We got a full room here, and so we're going to get everybody. Introduced, and we'll get into the discussion. A couple of shout outs. Shout out to our brother WB from Twi After Dark. He is checking in right now. See, we got our sister Maisha Hawkins is checking us out. So definitely got some love for them. Let's get the particulars out of the way with regards to the usual suspects. You see or hear this brother typically on the third Monday of every single month, but he got keys to the building. I don't know why I gave them to him. Maybe because I love him, because he's my big bro. Big Bro Joe was up in this joint. What's going on, Big Bro Joe?
Hey, what's going on, Marcus J? The reason I have keys is because you lose yours.
I have never lost a key in my life.
Never?
Never.
Ever?
Ever.
You were a latchkey kid, weren't you?
Absolutely. I'm too OCD. I got my first pair of keys when I was 5.
Yeah, them the plastic ones, though. We're not talking about that. That's right.
Wow.
Got him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So It's good to see you, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You remind me of my uncle.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, I know. Got that already.
Yes, sir. All right, our utility player. We ain't seen him in the room in quite a while. This brother makes sure that everybody has everything they need. He takes their pictures. He gives them blood thinners and water if they need it. My brother, Mr. 3375. What's up, brother?
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. How you?
I'm good, man.
It's good to see you over there,
Good, man. Had a very, 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 very good day.
Oh, man, I don't know what that means, but if you over there grinning the way you grinning, then keep on grinning like how you grinning.
Yeah.
It's an ugly-ass shirt, though. It's an ugly-ass shirt.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, it's an ugly-ass shirt. Batman can't fly, and if you shoot him in the head, he dies.
It don't matter. He's a regular man.
Yeah. Yeah, my guy can fly.
And he handed to Superman and Superman versus
That's
Batman.
fiction. If it was real, it wouldn't have went down that way, and you know it. My brother. It's good to see you, man.
All right.
Good to see you. We got a couple of sisters in the room, and it's their first time here on Legacy Internet Radio. We got our sisters, Lily and Amber. Amber's up in this joint. What's going on, sisters?
Not too much. We are honored to be in the presence.
Let me double check their mic, because these mics, you got to flip them switches. There you go. There you go.
Well, good evening. We are honored to be in the presence of the infamous, great Marcus J.
Infamous, boy. I don't know about that one. I don't know. That precedes me and whatnot. But thank you both for being here. I look forward to building with you guys as we progress throughout the night. I'm sure that there'll be some stuff that's said that will definitely have some interesting back talk going across the table. And last, but certainly not least, this brother I've been kind of looking up to for a long time. He don't know, but he's always someone that I always looked at as a mentor and someone who is a big brother to me. We went to college together, and when we finished Virginia Union University, we remained in contact here in the RVA area. And I've been trying to get this brother in the room for quite a while, and it finally worked out. Got my brother True Master is up in this joint. What's going on, brother?
Oh, peace, Marcus. Peace, man. It's lovely to be here, man. You know, I just came to actually see you and your craft.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna give
keep my eye on you as well.
I'm gonna give you your flowers while you living, brother.
Nah, peace. I appreciate it. I strive really, really hard to be, you know what I'm saying, a righteous and great individual, man. You know what I'm saying, and guide others in a good, orderly direction. Right.
Now, I look forward to building with you tonight, and every time we have an opportunity to build, I always come away a better man. So I appreciate it. And you got your young brother, our young brother's in the room with us.
Yes, my son is here too. Yeah, Dominant True Master is here. He's in the building.
What's up, Dominant?
And we'll hear from him a little bit later.
What's up, Dominant? Giving you some peace, little brother.
Yeah, we see you back there.
Yeah,
he's
man.
Trying to hide. He's a little camera shy, but he won't know he's being filmed.
I'm so proud of the young brother, man, because I see how you salute him and the things that he's doing, and you guys be going on the road doing his things and stuff. And I'll let you share what they are if you choose to do that. But I just when I see him and I see you, I'm just like, word, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. Education is a important focus in the home.
Yeah,
and it's the key to freedom. You know what I'm saying? And he can set his own stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? By excelling. So I just try to put him in the best situations possible for him to succeed.
Right.
You know.
Right. And you know how Steppin with Marcus J, live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio, Facebook Live and TuneIn and Streamer, and folks that are going to be listening to these replays on YouTube and iTunes. I know y'all want to talk about Colin Kaepernick, and we gonna get to Colin Kaepernick. You know what I mean? But we call that a tease. We call that a tease.
Just throw it
you know
out
what I mean? We gonna tease you with that because we're gonna get to that. But before we do that, there's a clip. You know, I always tell folks who listen to Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J, this is the place where we don't half step, where we're gonna tackle all the stuff that you don't want to talk about. So if you don't want to talk about it, you're listening to the wrong show. But don't turn us off. But anyway, this is where we talk about religion. We talk about sexuality. We talk about politics. We talk about gay people, white people, black people, militant people, soft people, conservatives, liberals. This place to be, because if we don't have dialogue, we can never, ever get further. So I'm going to play a clip. This is a clip about religion. And I'll be honest with you, when I heard it, it was pretty interesting to me. And I want you guys to listen, and we're going to talk about it and comment on it on the other side. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. I want you to listen.
And you walk up to the pearly gates and you are confronted by God. What will Stephen Fry say to him, her, or it?
I will basically, what's known as theodicy, I think. I'll say bone cancer in children? What's that about? How dare you? How dare you create a world in which there is such misery that is not our fault? It's not right. It's utterly, utterly evil. Why should I respect a capricious, mean-minded, stupid God who creates a world which is so full of injustice and pain? That's what I'd say.
And you think you're going to get in
No,
on that?
but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to get in on his terms. They're wrong. Now, if I died and it was Pluto, Hades, and if it was the 12 Greek gods, then I would have more truck with it, because the Greeks they didn't pretend not to be human in their appetites and in their capriciousness and in their unreasonableness. They didn't present themselves as being all-seeing, all-wise, all-kind, all-beneficent. Because the God who created this universe, if it was created by God, is quite clearly a maniac. Utter maniac. Totally selfish. We have to spend our life on our knees thanking him? What kind of God would do that? Yes, the world is very splendid, but it also has in it insects whose whole life cycle is to burrow into the eyes of children and make them blind. They eat outwards from the eyes. Why? Why did you do that to us? You could easily have made a creation in which that didn't exist. It is simply not acceptable.
Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. I'm looking at some faces in the room, and I don't know how to take them. And so, True, I'm going to come to you first, brother. You hear this man speak this way, and, you know, I know that there are different thought processes within the room, and I'm sure that how we feel about certain things will come out. But I want to speak specifically on what we heard this man say. What's your thoughts, brother?
He may be considered a scholar in this society. However, he sounds very foolish. His conception and his ideology of who and what God is already distorted in such a way that he is seeing negative. God created nothing that was negative. First of all, we have to get to defining who and what God is. You know what I mean? Before we start attributing these phenomenon to him. I'll just say, to my understanding, Allah is God in the earth and in the heavens above, and is just and true. For there is no unrighteousness in him. He is not unseen. He is seen and heard everywhere. For he is the all-eye-seeing. Now, when I say Allah, I'm not speaking of a mystery God. I'm not saying that there's some spook in the sky, because they shoot rockets all day. They got, thousands upon satellites in the sky. Haven't found this mystery God. Religion, to me, is nothing but a tool used to control the masses. To be like sheeple, for lack of a better word, there are people who are like sheep being herded in a particular direction, and fear is being used. And this man, saying that God is foolish, shows that his lack of understanding of how things came to be. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a good grip on his own being in this world. How did he get here? They know not his origin in this world, and that leads him to think that a foolish God would create such things. I'm not in agreement with him.
Our sister Lily, what do you think?
So for me, I agree. I would never reference God as foolish.
Never.
I do believe that the things that this individual said, he's been studying maybe a little bit too much science, and he's putting his own spin on it maybe. I'm a spiritual person, so when I listen to what he's saying, I still don't agree with God being foolish and God wouldn't let people be sick and die and things of that nature. I just don't. I can't agree with it. I would say it's junk science.
Junk science.
Junk science.
I look at it like this. I'm one who gives everyone an opportunity to voice their opinions about how they feel about things. And I went through my own struggle with being really angry with the Creator. You know, some folks call it God. Some folks call it Allah. I mean, you call it what you want. The energy, the universe. I mean, whatever you want to call it. I went through my periods where I was asking those questions. I've asked them. I've watched good people suffer, and I've watched assholes prosper. And so it's difficult intellectually to rationalize all of that. When you ask questions, oftentimes to wise counsel, they'll tell you, oh, well, you just got to have faith. And some of us, that's not good enough. It's not good enough to tell me to have faith when the way my mind works, I need to be able to see it, touch it, feel it, smell it. And if I can't do any of that, then I got questions. When he talked about how there are insects that are here specifically to rot out the eyes of kids or whatever it was he said, I mean, I was like, it sounded crazy, and he spoke very, very callously, I guess, to make his point. But to me, that's not a bad question. It's not a bad question in the sense that it's one thing when you're dealing with man-made sicknesses and illnesses. I mean, we know the science and the truth about all of that kind of stuff, but when we talk about bad things happening to other, to good people and free will and all of that kind of stuff, I just think that it's a lot of fair questions that were asked. I don't know that his method of asking them or saying the things that he said were socially acceptable, particularly living in the country that we live in the times that we live in, where if you don't view deity and religion and ways of life and things of that sort a certain kind of way, then you're deemed some sort of weird, crazy demagogue. And I got an issue with that because I know some folks that are Christians that are really cool. I know some asshole Christians, and I know some folks that are Muslim that were really cool. And if you would watch the news, you would think that every single Muslim wanted to bomb you, whereas the reality is they wanted us dead. We'd all be dead. Like, seriously. I know some great Israelites. I know some really aggressive ones that kind of make me really angry. I know,
Amen.
You know what I mean? And so it really, and I know some very smart atheists, and I throw that in there as well, because people who have a connection to deity oftentimes hear an atheist speak and they cast him off as some crazy person. I don't think that he's a crazy person. That's just what I think.